save me some.
Hello, my friends. How you doing today? I am doing well. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Well, you know what? I do have a short little story to tell. You know, me and the wife and kids, we decided to go. Me and the wife and a few of the kids, we decided to go to the drive-in. Okay. And comment below if any of this has ever happened to you before. Now, in order for me to explain this story, let's first make it very clear that my wife works in the dental industry, okay? And my children are all, except for one, in work for daycares and preschools, okay? Or preschools and daycares, or whatever you want to call them. So we are all licensed, certified, CPR, certified people. We got cards. We are certified card carrying people of CPR. Okay, if you choke, I can Heimlich maneuver the crap out of you. Okay, if you are dying, I can stay alive. I can bring you back to life. I can save your life. Yes. I've got the classes. I took tests, okay? I pushed on fake babies. You know what I mean? I pushed on fake human beings, bigger sized people, and got their hearts beating and stuff like that. I could do it. My family could do it. They're all card-carrying people. So, to start the first story, about 3 years ago, so we went to a Chinese restaurant. Buffet, by the way. Buffet. And I choked. I was choking. Choking on a drink. Yeah, I was choking on my soda. I didn't even eat yet. I didn't even put a scrap of food in my mouth. The soda went down the wrong pipe. I started choking. And it was a choke where I was literally, I don't know if you've ever choked before, where you like literally believe that this is death. You ain't gonna make it back from this choke, okay? You are choking and you are going to die, okay? That's it. There's no ifs and buts about it, okay? You're gonna die. Nobody can help you. You're gonna die. So I'm choking, and I look as I'm choking. My wife's like, just looking at me, you know. And I'm like, I mean, it was to the point where I couldn't speak. Now they say if you can speak, you're not choking. So I couldn't speak. I was choking. Okay, I couldn't say nothing to her. I couldn't say nothing to the kids. None of those people got up and helped me. Not a one got up and said, "Hey, Dad," you know, gave me the Heimlich, or got behind me on the chair, threw me over a chair, and started beating on my back or something. None of them. Not one of them. Matter of fact, two of my children started eating faster. They started eating faster. I think they were afraid that I was going to choke to death and they weren't going to be able to eat. I'm watching them as I'm choking. My pupils are getting, the veins in my eyes are popping out, okay? And I'm choking to death. And I'm watching my two children in front of me eating faster while my wife is staring at me. All of the people in the place are looking at me. I'm not even exaggerating, okay? The people that worked there, they were looking at me. They were probably like, "Oh no, lawsuit." And then all the rest were all like looking at me. Nobody got up and helped me at all. I don't know what happened. After a while, it just subsided. It went away, okay? And then I continued on. But I looked at them and I'm like, you guys, you're all card-carrying CPR people, okay? You know how to fix people that are choking. I'm choking. Why didn't you help me? And they were like, well, you didn't know what to do, Dad. You didn't even eat yet. You were just drinking. And I'm like, but I was still choking. I'm assuming that this thing right here, when you do that thing, will make me spit up soda as well as whatever it is I might be choking on. You know what I mean? You could have did something instead of eating faster to make it because I was paying for the meal. They're probably like, if this guy dies, we can't pay for our meal. He gonna die. No help whatsoever. So I gotta tell you that, you know, I look at my family sometimes and I'm like, damn. Do they really care? Do they really care about me? I love them to death. And maybe they panicked. Maybe that was a panic thing, okay? But let's go on to last night, okay? It was last night, night before. Whatever. We go to the drive-in movie. And it starts raining. And me, the empathetic me, the person that cares about other people, me, Okay. As soon as we get to the drive-in, I asked the family. I'm like, we're gonna go get our food from the concession stand now before the movie starts because it had just rained and the rain just stopped, so the floor was extremely slippery. Okay. And I'm like, maybe we should go get our stuff now before the movie starts and we'll order everything and we'll just bring it all over to our car. So we have everything and we don't have to go back. Okay. Yeah, they're all on board. So as I'm walking, we're on an incline, big incline. If you go to a drive-in, you got to park on an incline so you can see the screen. So we're on an incline and we got this big steep hill before you get to the concession stand. My wife's on the left-hand side of me. My son's on the right-hand side of me. My daughter and her boyfriend or whatever are behind me. Literally, my son right here. I can touch him right here. My wife right here. I can touch her right here. I slipped. No traction on the bottom of my Adidas. No traction. Okay. My right leg went out in front of me and just kept going. Okay. It just kept going. One leg stood behind, but the right one kept going. And as I'm going down, and I knew I was going down. You know when you fall and you're going down and you're like, oh damn, I'm going down. There ain't no stopping it. There ain't no rails around here. There ain't no poles. There ain't nothing for me to grab onto. I am walking down a hill with nothing around me except for my wife, my son, and frickin' frack behind me over here. And my right leg just went out. And as I'm going down, I lift up this hand to my wife to grab my hand. I figured if she grabbed my hand, I wasn't going down. If the boy grabbed my hand, I wasn't going to go down. But as I'm going down, I'm falling. I'm getting louder as I'm falling. And the wife did nothing. And literally, I just fell. I fell. And the ground was wet. My back end hit the ground. My knee hit the ground so hard, blood ripped open my jeans started. My jeans didn't rip open, but it ripped open my leg where there was blood behind the jeans. This ever happened to you? You get blood behind the jeans or whatever, behind the pants or whatever, and I could feel the blood dripping down my leg. Banged my arm too when I was like trying to get up. Like, I'm a big guy. Listen. There ain't no shame in the game. When this man sits on the floor with preschoolers, it's a little difficult for me to get back up. I'm the type of guy that if I drop a pen or a penny or a nickel or a quarter or a dime, I'm kicking that crap all the way to some place where I can put one hand so I can bend over and pick it up. Listen, I ain't tying my shoes unless I can get to a bench or a stool or something so I can lift my leg up to this level so I can tie my shoes. I'm a big guy. I can't be falling or I can't tie my shoes. I can barely sit down. This is a problem. But what even bigger problem is this is the head house. This is dad. This is husband. I'm yelling. I'm falling. And got my hand out trying to grab for my wife. And listen, when I hit the floor, I looked around. My daughter stopped in the back. She was laughing so hard she had to cover her face. That's how bad she was laughing. My son, I think he continued on to the concession stand. I don't even think he stopped. Or maybe he just gave me like a little glance. I turned around and be like, oh, damn, Dad fell. And my wife was like, I didn't know what you were doing. I'm like, well, if I'm yelling, I'm falling, I'm probably falling. I wasn't joking. Maybe I joke around too much. So when it's a serious situation where I feel like I'm going to die, people just don't want to help me. They don't want to help me anymore because they're like, listen, this guy always joking around all the time. Oh, he's so funny. Oh, look at Dad falling down the hill. Isn't that so funny? Look at Dad choking to death at the Chinese restaurant. Oh, there go Dad again, being all funny like. No, I fell. I hurt myself. Listen, my leg is in pain right now, okay? Listen, I'm 40 plus years old, okay? When you fall when you're like 12, okay? I see preschoolers fall. They fall, they get back up, they're like, woo! They just fall down like, woo! And they take some pretty good falls sometimes. Sometimes I see them fall like from tables. They'll fall off a table and be like, boom, boom, and they'll bounce. And they'll get up and be like, woo! All set. Me, I fall, it's like, I can't move my leg. I can't move my arm. I can't move this. I can't breathe. I'm having an anxiety attack. I'm choking on my own air. It was a mess. And what got me even more is the fact that these people were like right here. They could have been my hang on. I could have hung on to them. They could have saved me from total embarrassment, from a cut up leg, from a banged up arm. but they just stepped back and started laughing uncontrollably. I'm gonna give a little props to the daughter's boyfriend, because his comment was, you did it gracefully. Like I'm some kind of ballerina or ice skater that's pirouetting his way down a hill, tumbling. You know what I mean? I'm tumbling down a hill, one leg out in front of me, and just sliding down the hill, blood coming out of my leg, and yelling, help, 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 and falling. You did it gracefully. Whoa. So anyway, yeah, we went to go see Twister and the new Quiet Place, and I gotta tell you, I really enjoyed the new Twisters. Okay, I really enjoyed it. I gotta tell you, I'm gonna throw out there, and I know I'm probably gonna be attacked on this. I think because of the characters or whatever the situation was, I actually and the fact that it was, you saw more Twister and more action. I thought it was better than the original. As far as the Quiet Place, I was like, I think I've seen this before in like the other Quiet Place, and the Quiet Place before that. And what is it like? Is that like 3? Is this number 3? Listen, it's the same crap. It's like the aliens. If I don't want to ruin this for anybody, but aliens invade, and you got to shut up, okay, and stay still, or else they're gonna find you and they're gonna kill you. And that's what this one was about too. That's what the first one was about. So the second one was about, and that's what this one was about too. Yeah. If aliens land, right away, I know for a fact that I'm just gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna stay still, and they ain't gonna kill me. Hopefully, if the movies are correct. Maybe they're not. And with that said, I got some stuff to open and some stories to tell that goes with the stuff. Let's start with this first package here, which comes from. Let me move this stuff out of the way. This is flat, so you're probably like, this ain't media, sir. This ain't. No, it's not media. But I will tell you, it cost this person almost $10 to ship this particular package in regular United States Postal priority mail. Things are falling on me over here. I gotta move them back. Hang on. Yeah, this came from. Well, I can't even give you a shout out. Oh yeah, David M. Lowell from York, Maine. Okay, David M. Lowell has a major autograph store on eBay with nothing COA'd, no certificates of authenticity whatsoever. Which right away is a big red flag for me. I do not like to buy anything without a COA. And usually the COA either has to be PSA, JSA, or Beckett certified. Okay? Anything besides that, I don't usually touch. Because when eBay first started, I bought a lot of autographs off of eBay. And about 50% of them were fake. Okay? A lot of the autographs you see on eBay are fake. Unless you get that Beckett authorization, and then you can go on Beckett before you make the purchase and check the code, or go on JSA or PSA and check the code before you purchase the item, I wouldn't buy it normally. But I've been looking for this for a long time. So I contacted the guy, and I read he had 100% feedback. That's the first thing. 100% feedback, and I want to say over almost 2,000, 3,000 purchases. So I started. I am so like conspiracy theorist. Like listen, I'm afraid of people. Okay, I am so afraid of people that I need to do some major research before I went and dropped $30 on this. It was $30. What's in this thing? $30. But I've been wanting it for a long time. So anyway, so I started going down his feedback, and I started noticing a lot of duplicate purchases from a lot. Like, I mean, I'm talking a lot of duplicate purchases. Like it would have one guy's name, and he may have bought like 25 things from the same seller. And I was like, little red flag there. Because is this just a friend of his that's making a bunch of purchases to make his eBay store look like it's legit? And then I started seeing like another person that bought a bunch from him also. So a couple of things went through my head. I'm like, well, he's got 2,000 change, all 100%, everybody's speaking highly of him. Somebody had to have sent one of these autograph things out to a Beckett or a JSA or PSA enough to trust this guy, because I don't see nothing on here that says purchased it, sent it to Beckett, fake autograph. No damn good. Don't trust the seller. The seller's a rip-off artist. 100% feedback. Okay, and thousands of people commenting, with the exception of these two people that bought a number of items from him. But then what it hit me is maybe they bought a number of items from him because they trust him. Maybe they bought see, I had to let my guard down a little bit and say maybe they bought it from them because they did buy it from him, and they did send it out to Becca, and they did have an excellent experience, because that's all I heard was excellent experience this and excellent experience that. So I took a chance, and I will tell you, I am gonna send this thing out to Becca, and he guarantees me, and I have this in writing, I have this in text. I don't want to rip this or cut it, because guarantee it doesn't feel like he put it in a hard sleeve. But if he did, I'm going to give him even more props for that, because those hard sleeve things are actually a little pricey. So if he did put it in a hard sleeve for me, he did. So hey, listen, maybe this guy is on the level. Maybe he's 100% on the level. Once you see this, you're probably going to be like, sir, you're not right in the head. But if you watch my channel, you know that already. Yeah, I don't have to tell you that. So first we have a piece of blank cardboard. I'll just throw it aside just in case I need that. Just in case I need that to use as a backing. And what I have here is an autographed, okay, let me see. Okay, all it's in there is cardboard. An autographed picture of Richard Simmons. Yes, I'm going to get close to you because he actually wrote it in black. It's right here. I'll put the picture up over here so you can see even better the way that I can see it, because I'll just tell you that it doesn't, unless you see it in person, the black against the blue doesn't give it justice. But anyway, I'm gonna try to get close so you can see. It's right here. The autograph is right there. But I'm also gonna put the thing up there. Now the back of this thing says Richard Simmons, signed, color photo, fitness guru, item number, date sold, quantity sold. And that's what it says. Now, I am planning on sending this thing out to Beckett. I believe it's going to cost me 20 some odd dollars, 27. I want to say $27. I think it is. I did a little research on it so I can get the certificate of authenticity from them, and or the little, at least a little sticker with the number that says that they did certify this thing. And my thought process on this was, I paid $30 for it. That was with the shipping. If it's not real, I'm out $30 and I got a cute picture of Richard Simmons. Okay, that's what I got to say about that. You might want to say, why, sir, did you buy a autographed picture of Richard Simmons? It wasn't because he just passed away. Let me tell you that right now. It was not. I've been on the search for a Richard Simmons autographed picture for a long time. And you're probably like, why were you on a search for an autographed picture of Richard Simmons for a long time? He's one of my heroes. Plain and simple. I have like 3 people, or 4 people in my life hero list. And they all have to do with people that inspired my life. They inspired, or not only inspired my life, but inspired other people to be better people. Being that I'm a preschool teacher, I'm all about inspiration. I want to be an inspiration to the kids that I take care of. I want people to look at me as I inspire them. Richard Simmons inspired me. Now, granted, look at me, okay? If Richard was still alive right now, he'd be looking at me, and he'd probably still be giving me some love, but he'd be like, hey, mister, you gotta lose some weight. What I loved about Richard Simmons is he just oozed of happiness and joy and comfort. He was a comfort person. And you probably asked me, well, who are the other 4? So we can know how literally crazy you are. Another one would be Bob Ross. Another one would be Paul Rubens / Pee Wee Herman, and we don't want to discuss his movie theater situation because he's human. Okay, he's a human being just like you and me. Okay, people make mistakes, and I forgive people for their mistakes. Paul Rubin, okay, Pee Wee Herman, and the last one is Mr. Rogers. Those are my 4 people that I have inspired or aspired to be like as a preschool teacher in my life. I wanted to motivate. I wanted to make the kids feel happy. I love to do puppets. I love to do voices. I love to get kids motivated about their lives. I love to make kids feel good about themselves. And that's all like a guy like Richard Simmons did. Okay, he made people feel good. And I literally, this is no joke. This wasn't because he recently passed away. It has nothing to do with that. I've been looking for a long time. This just happened to pop up. Now, I could have went with the Beckett authorized ones and paid hundreds and hundreds of dollars because now people are cashing in on his death. But for some reason, this guy was not cashing in on his death. he was selling it for the same. Actually, I purchased this the day that he passed away, only because it was like, I better buy it now, because the flippers and these vultures, these scumbags that just like they ambulance chases. Okay, these people that chase ambulances and wait for people to drop dead so they can start selling their collections and upping the value of everything. If this guy was a big scumbag, okay, he probably would have took this picture, sent it out to Beckett, got it graded, and sold it for like 50 times or 100 times what he paid for it. He had the story and everything. He explained to me how he got it signed, where it got signed, and what the situation was. Sounded legit to me. Everything sounded good. I'm going to send it out, and I will keep you guys up to date when I find out whether or not this is 100% authorized or not. I don't see why it wouldn't be. I mean, I literally, I looked at this thing over and over and over again, and to make sure that it was authentic, and I don't doubt it. Next thing I got right here is in this box here from Fred Rogers. Holy crap! I can't write this stuff. I can't. Can I show this to you without? I don't know if I can or not. I mean, if I cover from this and this and this and this, okay, without. So I just want to get my. Forget it. You know, just believe me. Frederick R. Rogers, okay, from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I mean, like I said, I just talked about Mr. Rogers, and I just got a delivery from Fred Rogers. Thank you. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Let me see here. And inside here is from Fred Rogers. Close that up, put that there. All right. Beautiful big bubble wrap. Oh. I won't put you through that, but you know what I'm going to be doing about 15 minutes after this video is done. Because I think I have something wrong with me, and I got to think for bubble wrap. Anyway, yeah, that's going over there. What I got here is something that I've been wanting to get for a long, long time. And finally, I decided to pull the trigger and buy it. I saw this box set. Let me make sure everything's in here, because it's used. It is used, and it should have 1, 2, 3 CDs, which it does, and a booklet, which it does. Let me just make sure the CDs have the discs in them. Yep. 1, 2, and 3. And it's so funny because as I'm doing this, I just realized that you're probably all sitting here looking at me like, hey, we can't see what you're looking at, and we don't know what the heck you got here. What this is Syd Barrett Crazy Diamond, the complete recordings. This is every single one of Syd Barrett's solo albums on CD in a box set. Now, you probably ask me, why was this like this is one of those bucket list things? There used to be a store in a few towns away from where I live. And we would go to this record store all the time, and this thing was going for like $50 at the time. I think it was like $50. $50 was a lot of money for me back then. This is I mean, $50 is a lot of money for me now, but $50 was a lot back then. I mean, I believe my daughter was just born, so this would have been back in 1997-ish when I first saw this thing. So my daughter was first born, and I didn't have no money. I was struggling. The wife was struggling. We were all struggling. And I kept walking by this thing. Nobody ever bought it. The funny thing is the store's closed now. It's not there anymore. But every time I went to the store, it was always there. It was like I was the only one on this planet that ever wanted to buy a Syd Barrett box set. And it was always there just kind of looking at me for $50-something, $57, $59.99, something like that. It was like ridiculous. And sometimes it would go on sale. Sometimes it would go on sale. It would be like $59.99. Now it's $55. Now it's $59.99. Now it's back to $55. You know what I mean? But I never had the money to buy it. And then I found a guy on eBay, and I sent him an offer, and I literally got this thing for like $20, my friends. It was dirt cheap. I mean, dirt cheap. And I'm very thankful that I got it. Yeah, it's the complete recordings of Syd Barrett. If you don't know who Syd Barrett is, he was the original founder and original writer of Pink Floyd. He put the band together. He was the creator. If there was no Sid, there would be no Pink Floyd, I believe, because if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't have brought David Gilmour into the mix later on to play guitar in the background when Sid started taking too much acid and didn't even know he was Sid anymore. Yeah, it was. I wanted this for a long time. And I will tell you, I've never heard any music from Sid Barrett whatsoever. I've never even looked it up, like, besides the Pink Floyd stuff, but I've never looked up his solo stuff. So I've never even listened to not one of these albums. So this is going to be a little treat for me, because now I am starting to, I'm expanding my audio heights of sorts. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I have one more package here, and it comes from Amazon. I'm gonna close with that. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe. No. I did that. Don't no. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. All that stuff. I appreciate you. Please help me out here. I need to pay for this crap. Like I said, I'm not a rich person. You might think that I get this stuff in the mail and I'm a rich person. I'm a person with a lot of bills. That's what I am. I'm a sad person that needs some psychiatric help, that buys things that give me temporary happiness and then have months of regret after. That's me. That totally sums me up. What I have here is one thing in this package, and I did not get it from the Prime. I got this because I had to make a payment on my Amazon credit card, and it gave me enough credit on my Amazon credit card in order to make this purchase. So I don't think I'm ever going to pay off that Amazon credit card, because as soon as I get enough credit on the card, I go buy something else. So, but what I got here is the addition to my Blu-ray Columbo collection. Yes, I own all the Columbos on DVD, and he had a lot of movies and stuff like that. But Kino has been nice enough to be putting out these. They put out the first, I think it was, I want to say 7 or 8 seasons in a box set with the movies attached. And this one actually has the remastered. This is remastered in 4K. And the only reason why I'm reading this thing right now is because I had somebody did call me out on this a little while back, saying that I'm not giving the specs for, like, Blu-rays and stuff like that. But then I had another person complain that they don't like to hear me read things. I don't like to watch videos to watch somebody read. And then I got somebody saying that I didn't give them the specs and tell them the extras and stuff that came in these box sets. So here I am. This comes with the remastered in 4K by NBC Universal episode guide booklet, newly commissioned slipcase, illustrated by Tony Stella. That is it. This has approximately 2,233 minutes of material from 1989 to 2003. Now, if you don't know what Columbo is or who Columbo is, he was a private investigator of some sort, kind of like a Sherlock Holmes of the next generation. And I love Sherlock Holmes. I love watching Sherlock Holmes mystery stuff, and I love mystery movies and mystery TV shows. So I was and I gotta tell you, the DVDs were perfectly fine, but this is the type of stuff that I will watch over and over again. I'll put one of these things on like a Saturday afternoon and just watch it. You know, just one episode. You know, I don't never usually binge watch something like this. This is like one of those, like, every once in a while I just gotta throw it in, like on a Saturday night or a Friday night or whatever, and just watch one episode, and I'm like, I'm good. I got my fix in. Kind of like a CSI or like a CSI Miami. Like, I love those things. So I wish those. I don't know why those haven't gotten a Blu-ray set. I would love to see a Blu-ray collection of CSI and CSI New York or CSI Miami, and I would buy those, because I have literally my top shelf, and I'm pointing in that direction because they're right over there. My entire top shelf is CSIs all the way across, from Miami to New York to the one with the is he New York? I don't even know if he's New York or not. Lawrence Fishburne. You could comment below. Was he? I don't know. I don't think he was New York. I don't know what he was. But I think it was, what was it, Miami, New York, and then there was a cyber one. I got that one up there too. There was only like one season in that one where it was just like cyber, it was like a cyberbullying or something like that, and they did a whole CSI on cyberbullying or whatever it was, and I bought that series too. The Columbo character Peter Falk plays is just very charismatic. He's cocky and funny and cool and calm and collected through his different things. Whether he's investigating murders or whatever it is, he's just cool. Just like Holmes. Sherlock Holmes was just calm and cool, and he knew what to do to keep himself alive. You know what I mean? And that's what Columbo does, and I love this stuff. I bought the first one from Kino. Superb. I got to tell you, I'm throwing out that it was superb. I watched The first 3 discs, I believe, the first three seasons, with the first 3 sets of the collection or whatever. Everything was beautiful, picture quality beautiful. With Kino, it's a kind of a hit or miss. They don't really. Kino is not known for their special features. They're not. Scream Factory, Shout Factory are known for their special features. Arrow and Vinegar Syndrome, they're known for their special features. And even Trauma. Trauma does a great job with the special features, but usually it's stuff you don't even care about. Full Moon too. A lot of special features, stuff you don't really care about. You got to be like a diehard fan to sit through some Trauma or some Trauma or Full Moon special features, because not only are they like long and drawn out, but sometimes they're really extraordinarily boring. Where Scream Factory is like on their mark. They hire like professional documentary people. They have Sean Clark do documentaries for them. They're good stuff. Kino, they're kind of like, you know what, we don't have that kind of resource. You're lucky you're getting a Blu-ray. So I'm looking at that as a score. And with that said, my friends, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And I will see you later.
You should have saved me some.